morning, and welcome to another edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast. As we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Yes, call them today. Yes, it's Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Now, usually if you watch this show, I'll have a one-on-one conversation. But today we have two fine gentlemen to talk about their big event coming up February 24th here in Melbourne, free and open to the public. I got Joe in the middle. I got Daniel to my left. Yes, we're here to talk about Rayvel and all the great things they're going to be doing here in Central Florida. I will bring on Joe first. He is the man behind everything. Joe, how you doing today, buddy?
Super terrific, and we're going to get even better. So we're very excited that about our expansion into Florida. Rayvel is we've been in business for 32 years, and Rayvel specializes in electromagnetic technology, specifically holograms. And we do a lot of work for holographic technology for scientific and industrial applications. But of course, holograms, it's fun eye candy. So when we're expanding here in Florida, we're also going to have a public hologram museum. And it is just, it's family friendly, fascinating fun.
Oh, 3 Fs. I like it. Here's the thing. We'll get to Daniel in 1 second. Joe is ready. Okay. All I asked him was, how's he doing today? And you could tell Joe is like, I am locked in. Let's rock and roll. Let's make this happen. So Daniel, how are you doing today? And I better get a great answer as well. Just like Joe.
I'm amazing. I'm just excited to be here. I've watched your show for a while and sports coverage and all the fun stuff you do with music and everything. So I'm having a great time. Thanks.
Daniel, what is your job title there with Rayvel then?
I'm director of marketing officially, but I have, like a lot of us that are part of the team here, we cover a lot of bases because there's a wealth of experience in so many areas. So I get to do a lot of fun stuff.
How long have you known Joe then? When you guys were, yeah, I need to, you laugh. Has it been 30 years? What's it been?
It's been easily 30, if not more. We met at the NAMM trade show, the NAMM show way back in the early days, and just connected. And actually the crazy thing is Joe and I have stayed in touch over the years doing various projects together and just having fun and hanging out. And one day we went to hang and take a drive, and he said, when are you going to come work for me? I'd come off a tour, and we kind of joked about it. And now just more recently it came up, and it's continued to come up. And with this amazing expansion and this unbelievable party that we're going to throw for Melbourne, it was just a natural migration. We just had to make the move. And so, yeah, we go way back, but it's as current and as wonderful of a friendship as I could ever hope for.
Joe, before we get to the actual event, tell us about Rayvel. You're talking holograms, but what are you guys all about? This is the $1 million question. What is Rayvel exactly?
Well, we do have patented holographic technology that's and we've done several custom projects, and but we've done a lot for precision measurement, and that has helped semiconductor production and optical networking. So that is a thrust of ours. So that's kind of the nerd part of what we do. But we also make holograms that are just fun to look at. And so I'm also excited that as part of this facility, we'll have a good part of the collection of the Center for the Holographic Arts, and which is a collection of fine art holograms that are done by some of the most brilliant holographic minds of all times. So it's really something that is visually exciting. It actually cannot be translated if you just take photos or have it on a website, because you've got to see holograms in person to get the true 3D wow factor. So we invite and encourage everyone to come visit our museum, but especially this a week from today, it's Tuesday, which is Tuesday, February 24th, which is our grand opening. And this is going to be a culmination of hologram, laser, video, and audio technology. We will have 6 live nationally touring bands, and it'll just be a convergence and celebration of technology and song and cultural fun. Thank you.
I could tell this is your passion. Has this been your passion? Before we get to the bands, all right, I just want to hear this from you, Joe, because I could hear it in your voice. Is this, since you've been a kid, has this been your lifelong passion and just, hey, I get to do this for a living? I could hear it in your voice. Is that true?
Well, it is true, because I mean, when I was a young child, my father was a chemist, and I was very much into photography. So my father helped me build a darkroom, a photographic darkroom. And so, and then as a young teenager, I was only 13 or 14. I got a job, an intern job at a professional photo studio. We had the Porsche account and the Volvo account, and
Nice.
and I learned a lot about imaging and optical technology from that. And I kind of saw that holography is the next great advancement in visual science. So that's how I got into it. And I also have a deep background in pro audio. So anywhere where there's a crossroads of art and science, I enjoy hanging out. Thank you.
That is really cool. All right, Daniel, we'll go to you. Okay, so the event's coming up February 24th, free and open to the public. What are some of the bands we could check out? What is Joe going to be handing out popcorn? Like, what's happening at this event? Let's hear it.
All right. Well, let's divulge a little very poorly kept secret, which is Joe is in one of the bands.
Oh.
and I will say this to his point, and because Joe and I share a background both musically and in photography, and everybody involved with this, there's this combination of coolness and fun, but with technology that covers music and photography and imaging and digital technology, plus the precision level at the industrial level. So this reaches, the fun stuff, but it's also incredibly commercial, and that's why Melbourne is so appealing. So when we talked about how we're going to throw this party, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy headlining, yep, they're the biggest swing band on earth right now, as far as I know. One of the most fun shows you'll ever see. Sonic Crusaders, which is Joe's band, which is one of those bands that is not only comprised of such an amazing group of musicians, but people always ask me, like, is that the person who sang with that? And you're like, yeah, it is. So you will recognize members of the band that have performed with people that you may have seen on television or on tour or whatever. This is a phenomenal group of talented people. We have Dan Lawson, who is one of the most fun rock bands. He's just a super cool guy. The band is phenomenal. Bo Bice from American Idol, who is absolutely one of the great voices, and he'll be doing several different things in terms of performing. What else? We have Jeff Caldwell, who is just a blazing musician, who's done other events with us in the past. Melanie Murray, who is something of an internet sensation at the moment and is a Nashville artist and truly a phenom and just one of the sweetest. So you really get the experience, but there are all kinds of things that are going to happen with this. But here's the thing about it, in my opinion anyway, coming to it from the perspective of all the different hats that we all wear, because again, musicians and all the things that we all do. there's still the element of when you bring people in to see what we will have on display for holograms, and it won't matter whether it's the scientific application or the consumer application or whatever, that look on somebody's face, that moment when they're astonished is the coolest thing. There's this moment, and it doesn't matter the age of the person. What we're going to have and what Joe has really, you talk about his passion, is very clear. These are world-class holographers, museum level, coming from all over the world. The people that are involved in this, these are things that when you see them and you think of what a hologram is, to the 10th power. This is something that once you see it, and the same expression that a kid will have on their face when they're amazed is every adult is going to look at this and go, okay, I thought I had seen a hologram because I had a keychain with a skull on it. And then you're like, no. This is a level that applies itself to everything and everyone. And it's going to be so much fun. So all the people that are performing, as you mentioned, and all the things that we have throughout the day are just, we have to look at it all as one big party for the neighborhood. And that's the thing. We've been so welcomed by so many people. It's one of the most unbelievable communities. As somebody who spent a lot of my life on tour and visiting towns here and there, I live not too far from Melbourne most of my life down in Palm Beach County. I've been coming to Melbourne for years. The experience that I've had over the last few months, seeing the changes, seeing all of the incredible upward momentum, seeing everything that's going on, the excitement that I get back from people about, you guys are doing this for free? This is going to be a all-day party. We get to see all this stuff. And yes, we're going to be here after the party so you can come and check out the museum and do all these things. The opportunities at every level are countless.
That is awesome. You talk about the Museum of Holograms. Is this one of those things moving forward after the event on the 24th? Hey, we'd like, junior high kids and high school kids to take trips. Joe, is that one of those things you'd like to do here for the community?
Yes, we will have an educational track, and we will welcome local schools and yeah, when I say hologram, a lot of people think of the fun things to look at, but holography has a very important future in our technological future, and so it's a powerful science that I actually encourage young people to explore and investigate. Because there will be good paying jobs in the future of hologram. Hey, I'd also like to mention one other great musical artist that will be performing is Kazim Sultan, who is the legendary bass player of that has played with Todd Rundgren in Utopia, and he was Meatloaf's musical director. He's played with Blue Oyster Cult. He's just a fabulous musician. Also, what's going to be really fun is that all the acts are going to have their own set, but then we're going to have some all-star jams where where several of them come together. So it will truly be kind of unique and historic. Thank you.
That is really cool, dude. Daniel, are you performing? Any? Come on. We need.
I can neither confirm nor deny the rumors, but I two things. First of all, let me just mention, Joe. Is it okay if I tell the story about Kazim and
yeah?
Okay. So Kazim is one of the best human beings. There's something about him when you hear him perform. Mark, seriously, if you know him, if you don't know him, that kind of music, not that kind of music, classic rock, not classic rock, there's something about him that is so compelling. But the history of this goes back to the Utopia days, and there's a full circle moment that's happening here. So if you know live production, and I've been around it as a musician, as a production manager, as tour manager, front of house engineer, monitor engineer. This is my history. years ago, there's a company called Future Sonics, which I'm wearing their earpieces right now, that made the first custom in the ear type custom monitors. They were the first ones. The president of that company, the founder of the company, is Marty Garcia. He's an audio legend. He just got the Parnelli Award recently. He's in the NAM archives, in the AES, the Audio Engineer Society archives. He is, and also a wonderful guy who is coming to participate for this event. He's going to be our monitor liaison. I equate it to having Thomas Edison help you change your light bulbs, but
Yeah.
he's a wonderful guy. Well, day one, the very, very first artist to use these custom earpieces was Todd Rundgren's band and Utopia all the way back in the day. And Cosm was number one. As Marty Garcia is coming from Future Sonics for this event, he will be introducing his newest technology earpieces that are the most spectacular. He's never wavered. I mean, he is the finest audio quality, the audio signature of any in-ear piece that I've ever used, and I've had them all. And he will then be able to have Cosm use the latest and greatest, the brand new technology that he will be introducing as part of the Rayvel ribbon cutting ceremony. And we're really excited. So it's a full circle moment for him.
That is really cool. All right. So when we're at the event, should we grab Joe and Daniel? If we have any questions, who's that guy over there? Can you introduce us? Can we do this? Are you two the guys to get to figure this out?
We're not the only two guys, though. I mean, no, we welcome and encourage people to come and say hello and ask questions or whatever. But we will have some of the greatest holographic and audio and laser minds, laser technology minds in the world working in this event, and everyone is happy to say hello and answer questions and provide some insight.
Just not when Joe is performing with the band.
Hey, let me tell you something, Mark.
What?
I got to tell you something. Like this, all of the components to this are also not going to be like any other festival type thing you've ever seen. We are bringing state-of-the-art staging, lighting, holographic staging, laser light projection, LED walls. This will be a full festival stage with some of the finest audio quality. This is meant to be not just an outdoor stage. This will be a spectacle. This will be something that you'll tell people you were there. It's going to be the quality of the audio alone of what you will hear in the street isn't going to blow everybody's heads off. It's going to be where you stand there and you take it in, because we have an amazing production team. We have amazing production companies. We have the band engineers that are all world-class. It's going to be really cool. So I think people will see, hear, and feel something that they might not otherwise have seen elsewhere. But there's a really cool factor to this. And Joe, I'm going to toot his horn a little bit because this is so brilliant, has been tracking the sunsets so that as the bands come up and where the lasers and all the light shows and everything will incorporate what Mother Nature is bringing us as well. And we have discovered that there is the possibility of a launch during the Sonic Crusaders set.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's figuring. See, behind him it says, make sure I say this right, I make today better. All right. Yeah, this I see. Joe, why is that important that that's behind you in this shot, that saying?
Well, look, I'm going to give a shout out to an important nonprofit organization who used to be in this building that now Rayvel is occupying and having the museum. And the organization is called To Write Love on Her Arms. And they're still in Melbourne. They just moved a few blocks away. But they help young adults who are facing mental health crisis and just give them support. And they largely do this through their outreach at musical events. And so it was almost like I don't know. It was almost like these stars aligned where, I'm involved in music and they're involved, but they save lives. And so they have all these supportive, uplifting messages throughout the building that I'm going to keep because,
I like
I
it.
think, yeah, it's, and that's kind of the magic of things like music and holography is it inspires, it gives hope, it gives meaning and purpose. And so I encourage everyone to come and be inspired. Thank you.
I am. That's great. I like that, Tank. Mine behind me will say, if my Chicago Bears could finally beat the Packers in the playoffs, hey, anything is possible, baby. That's what I thought after the playoffs this year. All right, before I let you go, where are you guys located at? The question I should have started with.
Yes.
Where it, because people are going to.
It's the best tease, Mark. That was fantastic. It's old school. I love it.
Where is
Yes.
it?
It's 404 East New Haven Avenue in historic downtown Melbourne. We're actually not. We're just a few feet away from the historic downtown Melbourne
Nice.
archway sign.
Yeah, that is really nice. It's going to be really exciting. You guys will probably have to be up at 4:00 in the morning for the event. I understand. I've been there. It's going to be an early morning for you. So this will be the final question. You both can answer this. Why did Joe, I'll start with you. Why did you pick Melbourne for the headquarters? What sold you for this area?
Well, I'll tell you, there was a couple of things. And this was an 8-year search process. I mean, we looked at we've been based in Connecticut and we'll have a presence in Connecticut, but I searched a large part of the United States and there was just something very unique about Melbourne and it's not only its natural beauty, but also, we have an emerging space economy here. And look, I was a child of technology. One of my first memories was Neil Armstrong stepping on the moon. And certainly the precision that holographic technology can provide to sciences is actually very pertinent to the space age or the rejuvenation of the space age. So, and I found that Melbourne in particular just had this unique and bohemian vibe that I think a unique place like a hologram museum will be of major interest to not only tourists but also to the residents of the Brevard County. Thank you.
Very well said. That's a great answer. It really is. And I hope you guys, when you guys are at your event on the 24th, you talk about an 8-year process. I hope you two look at each other like, hey, man, we finally did it. It took almost a decade. Is that right, Daniel? When
he finally did it. I'm a passenger on this train.
Well, look, there's a lot more than just Dan and I on this team. I mean, we have some wonderful people working with us. Look, I have to give a shout out to our executive director, Sue Andalora, but also the love and support of my wife, Rosemary. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you get that in there. That's very important. All right. After 20 minutes. All right. Rayvel.com is the website. The event, February 24th, free and open to the public. And then they'll have events moving forward after that. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. Good luck with everything. And I hope I can get you on again sometime. All right.
Right on. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.